everybody and welcome to the first work day of 2023. I am not in my usual space at the moment, as regular viewers of this channel will be able to tell. This is my sister's office. She also has a gallery wall. I'm in New Zealand for a month or so, visiting my family, spending some time with them, which is really great. Very grateful to have a remote job that allows me to work from the complete opposite side of the world from where I usually work from time to time. I had a really great break over the holidays, completely like switched my mind off from work, so much so that I am not entirely sure what it is I need to get done today. But I do know that what I want to do in this video is take you through like my plans for brand at ConvertKit in 2023, what I'm hoping to achieve, the ways I want to grow in my career too. This is going to be like a setting the scene for the work that you'll see in these vlogs for the rest of the year. Let me just pop you down on the desk. I think I'm going to start by going through Slack, reading through my strategy doc, looking at our project management tool, at all of the things that past me set up for current me, and then yeah, I'll share some of these plans with you. Okay, I've just taken my 2023 strategy doc out of Google Docs where I was drafting it, getting feedback, and put it into Basecamp, which is our like communication tool that we use for things like this. And that really feels like the step of cementing it, like this is the things we're gonna do. So that felt like a good first step for my workday. And it also feels like now is a great time to take you through some of the goals that we have as a brand studio team this year, what I'm hoping to achieve. I'm really excited about this year and the work we have lined up, like probably the most excited I've been since I stepped into this creative director role. If I'm honest, which I always try to be in these videos, my first year and a half as creative director were not ideal. The responsibilities that I had on my plate and like the setup of our team, our scope, just wasn't quite right for me. It didn't align with exactly what I wanted to be doing in my career, and it also didn't align with how I felt I could best impact ConvertKit and have the most influence and like, you know, positive impact on our growth goals as a company. I had to do a lot of advocating for the scope of my own role, for the scope of our team, and how success is measured for us. I'm really proud that I did that advocacy work and was able to communicate the vision for like how I can have impact leading a brand team, and how brand can have an impact on ConvertKit's future and goals as a company. That change went into effect about halfway through last year. And I feel like this strategy doc is the first one that I've written with that new scope of responsibility in place, where basically brand studio is responsible for all the creative assets that get produced at ConvertKit. We're responsible for building our brand, defining like what the reputation is that we want to build and how we can change people's perceptions to get that brand reputation. And the main thing that we're not responsible for now is reach, like making sure the most eyes possible see our stuff. That's like promotional work that the marketing team handles. So yeah, it was great to be able to write this strategy knowing I can focus on building the brand, crafting that reputation, creating great systems to produce all the assets that we need for our campaigns and things like that. So with that said, let's get into 3 goals that we have as a brand studio team in 2023. Number 1 is increasing our influence in the creator community as a tool that's made for creators by creators. We really feel like that message, the for creators by creators, is one that is very true to the core of our brand, to our like foundation of us as a company. And we have some exciting like things planned to get the word out there about that and ensure that that's a perception that is landing for people when they think about our brand. Goal number 2 is to align all of our visuals and tone of voice to our brand personality. Defining our brand personality is an exercise that we went through last year. We've been in a state of flux with our visual brand, trying things out, figuring out what exactly we want ConvertKit to look like our ConvertKit brand. We think we have a pretty good idea now, but we still have to get a lot of systems in place. So this is a goal that will require us to continue on with that illustration system that I've talked about in past vlogs, build our design system, redesign pages on our marketing site. I'm really excited about this one in particular because I feel like it'll be the like making things consistent and cohesive that I've been craving for a while, but we just haven't been able to do when we've been in this state of flux and like figuring things out, you know. Then goal number 3 is increasing organic engagement from professional creators on our brand content. We make a bunch of content. We make films of creators who use ConvertKit. We write stories about them. We have a few podcasts, and a lot of that content creation is done in service of making creators the heroes of our brand, building up our brand presence, and just like, yeah, showing creators that we understand them, we get them. Like I talked about before, the marketing team is now the ones largely responsible for getting eyes on that content. But we know that as a brand studio team, it is our job to make sure that content is engaging, that people are loving it, that they're sharing it with their friends, And so that's what this goal is about. So those are the top 3 outcomes that we're aiming to achieve this year, and then we know we're going to have to improve a lot of our processes to make that happen. Honestly, we made a great start on this at the end of last year because, I mean, of course you don't have to wait for a brand new year to start making changes and making things better. And the way we did our planning for this first cycle of the year, this first 6 weeks, went really well. I was able to just check in on our project management tool and like, yeah, easily get my head back in the game of what we're working to achieve. So I'm gonna get on to some of that now. The first thing on my list today is actually to review a contract of like an agency, a design service we're gonna be working with this year to help us produce more stuff and make some of these goals happen. So let's get into that. But first, I think I'm gonna go grab a nice coffee. So as well as reviewing that contract this morning, I also spent some time reorganizing my calendar. We did a calendar reset at the end of the year, which was great. It meant that everything was sort of cleared off and a blank slate to honestly add a lot of stuff back in again. But I feel like I've been able to arrange things much better. So like on Monday, I have my stand-ups, so like check-ins with various squads about like our plans for the week, what we're working on, priorities. Tuesday is now a no meeting day again, which is great to get that back. Wednesdays, I have my growth leadership meeting, brand studio meeting, and also my one-on-ones with my manager and you know, our executives, any one-on-ones I have with them. Thursday is our all company meeting, and also I've arranged all of my one-on-ones with the folks on my team for that day as well. Feels so good to have that sorted, and now I've come outside to work, although it's a little windy. The umbrella looks like it might be going to take off, so I might end up having to go inside again. But for as long as the wind stays calm enough, I'm going to start drafting performance reviews out here. This is the first like big task of January on my list. I've got to write a review for everyone on my team, and I've also got to write my own review, like a reflection on my own work over the past 6 months and what I want to work on looking forward in the next 6 months. So yeah, let's dive in and draft that, and then I'll share a few of my like career goals this year with you. Alright, I had to move inside as it was starting to spit a little bit. I forgot that in New Zealand they say that you can have all 4 seasons in one day, and yeah, I feel like that's what I've been experiencing today. So now I'm back in my sister's office admiring some of her art. She's got some like really great pieces on this wall, I love it. And this one here is one that I actually drew many years ago. This is a lyric from a song by the Wombats. I think it actually might be called Wonderful Distraction. But yeah, I love that she still has it on her wall. Anyway, I've been working for the past hour or so on writing my review. That's around about the time that our People Ops Manager advised that we spend on a first draft of our review, you know, taking time to reflect on the 6 months that have been and what's coming up. And I thought that I would put you down on the table here and tell you about what I want to aim for. So I got a promotion at work recently. It's the same role, the same title, but moving from a level 3 to a level 4 on our like job matrix. That's really exciting, and that means that I feel like I'm kind of at the beginning of my level, and there's a lot of room for me to grow to like truly feel like I'm killing it in the role and the level that I'm in. So the number one thing that I've written down here that I want to work on with my manager is the way I contribute to and like how effective I am at contributing to our business strategy. This is feedback that I got as part of my promotion as like a growth area for me still to work on, and so I think it makes sense to choose it as the thing I want to focus on over the next 6 months. Basically, I've heard from our exec team that they want me to be more actively involved in contributing to our like company strategy. I feel like I contribute feedback and like opinions in meetings when I'm asked about it, but aside from that, I'm not really sure what they're looking for from me, so that will be the first step for me, is to like have a conversation around, okay, what does contributing more to business strategy look like in your view, so that I can then figure out how I can make that happen. I think I'm in a really good place now with a lot of the other like challenges and problems I've been working through to focus on this, which is good. We had a lot of like resource constraint issues in the second half of 2022 that I had to put my focus on solving so that we wouldn't be like completely chaotic this year. And I think we're getting close there. I think that there's a good solution in place. So that means that I have time now to like zoom out a little bit and think more at a company strategic level rather than just in a my team strategic level. What else can I share that I've got in here? There's a question in our reviews that say 6 months from now, what do you want to look back and say you accomplished? And then how can you manage it, how you achieve those goals? And the 3 things that I'm writing about here is resourcing and processes. So basically seeing the fruits of the work that I did the past 6 months come to life over the next 6 months. I hope that by mid-year I'll be able to look back and say that work feels a lot calmer, we have more clarity, we have more focus, it's easier for us to make prioritization decisions, and that teams across the company as well have a clearer understanding of our roadmap, what we're going to work on when we can contribute to that project, that sort of thing. Another thing I wrote about is building a visually iconic brand. I don't think that's something that we'll be like completely finished with in 6 months, so I've written be on the way to creating this. Our brand needs to get a lot more cohesive, like I talked about, as part of our overall team goals. We've got a lot of great work planned to go towards this, and I'm writing this down because as creative director, it is ultimately my responsibility to make this happen, and that's what I want to be able to say I've accomplished. And then the third thing that I've written down here is becoming more data driven. I am a fairly data driven designer, I would say, more than most. You've probably heard me write about data a lot in my newsletter. I think I'm pretty good at using data to inform design decisions, but where I can get stronger is in using data to demonstrate the impact that the work my team is doing is having on the business. So again, this is like zooming back out to a business level. Measuring the impact of brand work is really freaking hard. Sometimes it's not something that changes very quickly. It's like hard to shift the needle. It's hard to even measure where the heck the needle is at. I always ask questions about this in inside marketing design interviews, and I honestly feel like it's something that as an industry we need to improve at, because I know that a lot of my peers are in a similar situation where it's just really hard to measure the impact that our work is having on the company, aside from with things like conversion rates on a website. But there isn't one like overarching metric that can apply to all of the work that my team does. At least there's not one that I've found yet, or one that isn't like more high level and a little vague. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for how to measure the impact of brand building work, and I don't just mean design work here, I mean like general perception, reputation building stuff, please let me know about it. Tell me about it down below in the comments, because yeah, that is the third thing that I want to work on. I am honestly pretty excited for this year. It's been a really good work day today, and my sister is going to be home soon with my little nephew, so I'll sign off soon and hang out with them a little bit. I was kind of dreading getting back into work because it has been such a nice break that I've had, and I didn't want to like pile on the stress again, you know. But I feel like because of the prep work that I did late last year, I've been able to spend today honestly just feeling excited about the work that there is to come. It has also probably been helped that I've been sitting next to this print that I actually gave my sister for Christmas. Thank you for hanging out with me on this first work day back. I think tomorrow will actually feel like my first work day because it's when all the meetings will start and things like that. But yeah, it feels like this is going to be a good year. I hope you are subscribed and going to come along with me for the journey of it. I'm going to share so much great work with you this year. I'm really excited about it. I am determined that 2023 is going to be a better year than 2022. And if you missed it and you want to hear about how my 2022 went, then you can go over here and watch my little recap video celebrating 9 years on YouTube and reflecting on the past year. Alright, I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!